This is going to be a review of the kit from Stoneblueairlines for their P-51. Just a quick pre-Maiden review of the build and what it looks like, what comes in the box, and how hard it is to put together. Now, this is a 42-inch P-51 made out of EPP, and it's got a little bit of wood and some sparring and some laminate, and it makes a pretty strong kit when it's done. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail on the build and the specifics because Matt and Jeremiah at Stoneblue have made a really great couple-hour-long build video that just goes into everything you need. So I'm just going to go over kind of a summary and some of the things that I did perhaps a little bit differently. Now, as I said, the kit, the most of the plane is made out of EPP. I'm not sure on the exact thickness, but it's really thick. And if you've never used EPP with internal sparring and then iron-on laminate, you know that once that plane is done, it is a very, very strong structure that can take a hit. I've nose planes in 60 miles an hour and can hardly tell except there's some dirt. So opening up this kit, definitely you feel some confidence that this is going to be a tough plane that is not going to easily take a hanger rash or anything. It's going to stop this from flying. As usual with the visual area systems and Stoneblue airline planes I've got in the past, the hardware that they send you is very nice. This is all I think it's maybe Dubro, not sure, but it's all metal, very strong, and it's got this new clasp that goes on the Servos side that pretty sure maybe in a hard crash it might knock itself loose, but this is not going to just come off in normal flight. So very nice stuff. Also too, being that you push to gain altitude on the elevator, it comes with a nice carbon fiber spar and some heat shrink so that you have no play at all in that elevator control, which is really nice. You shouldn't lose any movement on that. Now, a few of the other things in the kit that you can see here is it looks like maybe some tongue depressors or something. Those are actually used for the lid catches for the two lids you have for your front and back bays. There's also some ridiculously strong magnets. I mean, honestly, this was the most difficult, I'm not joking, part of the construction was trying to figure out how to get these two magnets to come apart. You can't just slide them apart like normal. So yeah, those hatches are not coming apart. So overall, great hardware. Really like it. They didn't skimp on this stuff at all. Also in the kit, it comes with a spinner. I don't know, maybe about a 2-inch or so. I can't remember. It's listed in the description for the product on their page, but it works great. For reference, that's a 8.4 prop that I'm using. That's the recommended for my Emax motor there. So pretty nice little spinner. It looks great. Stoneblue guys, they really like foam tack, and this is made by the same company. It's called Quick Grip, and it's highly recommended by other people in our C groups for EPP. The kit comes with quite a bit of the sparring. Some of it is flat stock, some of it is round stock of various sizes, tubes. In this case, on the internal parts of the fuselage, and you can see that it actually is glued to the surface, whereas the controls in the back, the elevator, rudder, they actually have the cutouts for these all together, which makes it really nice, really clean fit. The only place you end up having to make your own cuts is in the wing. Now, one optional thing you can do, and this is mainly for looks, maybe a little for performance, is you can actually sand the EPP. For paint, I pretty much have always used the Krylon for plastics. Works really great. You want to go light to not add weight. Maybe at most I had to put 2 coats, so some simple taping, and it looks really great. And once you get the laminate on, it's going to come out a lot shinier, than it looks just on the bare EPP. So something to keep in mind. You don't need to get glossy paint. For decals, or decals, however you want to say it, I went with a company called Cali Graphics. They have a ton of scale decals by model, and even for like just the P-51, they probably have 20 different sets. But and various scales, I think from 1/12 down to 1/4 or so, and they're really cheap. I actually sent them some pictures and some different text, and probably 3/4 of the decals you'll see I actually had them change for me and shipped. It came out to $28 here in the US, to get 1/5 scale, which came out perfect. Another thing we should talk about probably is airflow. There's some really good airflow. There is a spot underneath the motor where air comes in, and in the back there's a hole where air will be sucked out. Internally the plane is split in two, and there's some good room in the front so you can reach your hand under if you need to get to the ESC, but I'm not worried at all about that ESC. It should be having a lot of cooling air going past it. Now, one thing that I did much different than they did, I added an actual sound system. This is the ESS-Air from banggood.com. It's about $59. It's a transducer system, so instead of speakers that you have to cut a hole, the transducers attach quick grip glued them internally in front, just under the battery, and then one right on top of the wing. And what they do is they actually make whatever they're attached to become the speaker. So the wing and the front of the nose becomes the speaker. And in a test that I did here, about 6 feet away, my iPad was registering almost 100 decibels. So ridiculously loud. There's some videos out there. I even have an unboxing. It's got a secondary auxiliary sound, which is machine guns at this case, but they have lots of sounds you can download. You can make your P-51 sound like a F1 car if you wanted, with an alarm or something ridiculous. So really looking forward to that. The reason I did this is I plan on flying this line of sight and FPV. I actually have this set up on its own channel so I can turn it off whenever I want. So check out this video. CG is about 2 to 2.5 inches from the leading edge of the wing, and like I said, my thrust is around 1,400 grams. I think eCalc said top speed around 60 miles an hour. Expecting flight times to be between 10 and 15 minutes on a 2200. If you wanted, you could put in a bigger battery. My sound system added 120 grams, so I'll probably stay with the 2200, but Jeremiah said that they've flown with up around a 5,000, and you can even fly with 4S, so it could definitely take it. It just depends on what you're looking for. In the future, I'm going to be adding FPV gear. I'll do an update when I get that, but my overall impressions of this is it was an extremely fun build. I really liked it. Crashworthiness is great. This thing should be able to take a hit, throw it in your trunk, and not worry about banging it on stuff on the way out to the car. So overall, just from the build and the way it looks, and I'm just really impressed with it, and I'm looking forward to taking it out to Maiden. So as soon as I get that, I will get another video up here. All right, see you guys later.